Good morning ladies and gentlemen. In this video, we are going to cover the current affairs. For mobile optimized ebooks, please install GKToday Academy app. For regular updates, please join our Telegram channel. All the revision content is posted there. In addition to that, we post certain quiz questions also so that you can practice there. Apart from that, please subscribe to YouTube channel so that you can get the regular updates about videos. Okay, now let's start. The pandemic bonds are issued by which multilateral development bank? First thing first, what exactly is this pandemic? Pandemic means epidemic of disease that has spread across a large region. For example, Ebola, or in present case, this coronavirus. The official name of this disease is COVID-19. The name was given by WHO. Now coming back to question. So pandemic bonds are issued by World Bank. These are the mechanism to quickly provide the financial support in case of an outbreak. So these pandemic bonds carry high risk and high returns. Now if we talk about World Bank, recently World Bank was in news as the chief economist of World Bank announced resignation. Answer in comment box, who is the chief economist of World Bank? She is going to step down from 1st of March. The MD and CFO of World Bank is Ansula Kant and the president of World Bank is David Malpass. The Sanader cave is located in which country? So it is located in Iraq and it is in Kurdistan region in Zagros mountains. Now if we talk about Iraq, the capital of Iraq is Baghdad, and recently Iraq was in news as Mr. Mohammad Alawi was appointed as new Prime Minister of Iraq. It should be noted that Iraq is our #1 supplier of crude oil. Recently, USA became the 6th largest supplier of India by replacing Kuwait. One thing that should be noted that India has reduced crude oil imports from Iran because of sanctions. Which country is supplier of majority of mined cobalt which is used in lithium-ion batteries? So this country is DRC, that is Democratic Republic of Congo, and DRC produces 60% of the world's supply of cobalt, and it should be noted that it is the world's largest producer of cobalt. Democratic Republic of Congo is an African country. The capital of DRC is Kinshasa. Recently, DRC was also in news as an international non-governmental organization, IRA. That means the International Rights Advocates filed a lawsuit against US tech companies over the death of a child in cobalt mines in DRC. So this cobalt is a rare metal and it is used in batteries, in mobile phones and in the batteries of electric vehicles. Now for the promotion of electric vehicles, there is a scheme named FAME. Answer in comment box, it is the scheme of which union ministry and what is the full form of this FAME scheme? What is the current number of telecom companies in our country? So currently there are 4 telecom companies. It should be noted that in 2016 there were 9 telecom companies. Now only 4 are there, including BSNL. So these 4 are Vodafone Idea, BSNL, Reliance Jio and Airtel. Now Airtel was in news recently as Bharti Airtel is the second most valuable mobile operator in Asia. Reliance Jio was in news recently as it became the first telecom operator to facilitate UPI payments through its platform. It has launched this feature on My Jio app. Recently, there was a term related to telecom sector and it is AGR. Answer in comment box, what is the full form of AGR? Which country is the world's biggest palm oil importer? So we are the biggest palm oil importer. If we talk about palm oil, it is edible vegetable oil that comes from palm trees, and Indonesia and Malaysia are the top 2 producers, while India is the largest importer of palm oil. It should be noted that Indonesia and Malaysia make up over 85% of the global supply of palm oil, and recently India has cut the import duty on crude palm oil. In addition to that, India recently moved RBD palm oil from free to restricted category of imports. Now what is the meaning of it? See, RBD stands for refined, bleached and deodorized. So previously anyone was able to import it freely in our country. Now the government has put it in the restricted category. That means only listed agencies would be able to import it. There is no limit on import of crude palm oil. Currently, which economic census is underway? So it is 7th one. I have uploaded a special video on this topic. You can watch that. As per the NPR, that is National Population Register, a person is a usual resident who has resided in a local area for how many months or years? So right answer is 6 months. So NPR is a register of usual residents. Now what is the meaning of this term usual residents? It means a person who has resided in a local area for past 6 months or who intends to reside in that area for next 6 months. Therefore, even if somebody is from other country and if that person is residing in a particular area for 6 months or that person has intention to reside for next 6 months, that person will be included in National Population Register. So as you can clearly see, NPR is a population register. That means no matter what is your nationality, if you are residing in a particular area of India or if you have intention to stay there for next 6 months, the name will be included in NPR. So for that, citizenship evidence is not asked. Now in case of NRC, that is National Register of Citizens, the proof of citizenship will be asked. So NPR is like school register which will have information about the students of school, while NRC is like a exercise in which you will be asked to show your identity, means you will have to prove why you belong to India. Which country has highest rate of hepatitis C in the world and is expected to eradicate the disease in 2020? So this country is Egypt. Recently Egypt was also in news as South African President Mr. Cyril Ramaphosa took over the African Union chair from President of Egypt, and the President of Egypt is Mr. Abdel Fattah al-Sisi. So now the President of African Union is South Africa. Previously it was Egypt. And recently the African Union Summit held in Ethiopia. The capital of Ethiopia is Addis Ababa. The cabinet of which state in India has cleared a bill to enact Time-Bound Clearance Act, which shall ensure the time-bound clearance of industrial license for investment project. In simplest term, this bill is enacted to ensure that industrial licenses are issued within time, and the state is Madhya Pradesh. Madhya Pradesh was also in news as recently the state police launched e-Cop app for women's safety. State was also in news as Bandhavgarh Reserve Forest in Madhya Pradesh has got the colony of elephants. And this is first time that Bandhavgarh Reserve Forest has got the colony of elephants. The first elephant hospital was started in Mathura in Uttar Pradesh, and recent Defense Expo held in Uttar Pradesh in Lucknow, and after that the first India-Africa Defense Ministers Conclave also held on the sidelines of Defense Expo. And after this conclave, Lucknow Declaration was adopted. What is the term of 22nd Law Commission of India? So the term of Law Commission is of 3 years. This one is going to be the 22nd. Previous one was 21st, and it was headed by retired Justice B.S. Chauhan. It should be noted that a retired Supreme Court judge or Chief Justice of High Court will head the Law Commission. Who has been selected as the chairman of Ram Temple Complex Development Committee? So the former Principal Secretary to Prime Minister, Mr. Narpinder Misra, has been selected as the chairman of Ram Trust Complex Development Committee. On the other hand, Mr. N. Gopal Das has been named as the chairman of Shri Ram Janambhoomi Tirth Kshetra Trust. It should be noted that this trust was constituted by the central government after the verdict of Supreme Court, and Mr. K. Pasaran is the head of this trust, while Mr. N. Gopal Das is the chairman of this trust. Bhaskaracharya Institute of Space Applications and Geoinformatics, which was in news recently, is in which state of India? So it is in Gujarat, and now this institute is placed under Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. So this will expand the exposure of research activities. Now Gujarat was also in news as recently KVIC launched first self-processing plant in Gujarat in Surendranagar district. KVIC was also in news as recently it collaborated with Titan for Khadi wristwatches. KVIC is under Ministry of MSME. Present minister is Mr. Nitin Gadkari. His constituency is Nagpur in Maharashtra. Gujarat was also in news as recently second tallest statue of Sardar Patel was inaugurated in Gujarat in Ahmedabad. Tallest statue of Sardar Patel is Statue of Unity, and recently it was included in the 8 wonders of SCO. SCO stands for Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Headquarter is in Beijing. Beijing is in China, and recently China was in news because of coronavirus outbreak in Wuhan. The special pilgrimage tourist train of IRCTC, Shri Ramayana Express, is set to commence its operations from which state or union territory? Right answer is New Delhi. So this special train of IRCTC will cover the pilgrimage sites associated with Lord Ram, and it is to run from New Delhi from 28th of March. Now IRCTC was also in news because of 3 corporate trains. So these 3 are Tejas Express between Delhi and Lucknow. Second is also Tejas Express between Mumbai and Ahmedabad. And third one is Kashi Mahakal Express. And this train connects 3 key locations. These are Omkareshwar Temple. This is located near Indore. Second is Mahakaleshwar Temple. This is in Ujjain. And third one is Kashi Vishwanath, which is in Varanasi. It should be noted that Varanasi is the parliamentary constituency of our Prime Minister, Mr. Modi. Now, one thing that should be noted that this Kashi Mahakal Express will be the first corporate train to travel long distances. Which state is to celebrate the birth anniversary of its former Chief Minister as State Women Children Protection Day? So this state is Tamil Nadu, and this day will be celebrated on the birth anniversary of former Chief Minister Jayalalitha, and this will be celebrated on 24th of February. Now National Women's Day of India is celebrated on the birth anniversary of Sarojini Naidu, and it is on 13th of February. Miss Naidu was the first women governor of United Provinces, the present Uttar Pradesh. Tilhan Mission is associated to production of which agricultural product? So it is associated to oil seeds, and recently on the occasion of Soil Health Card Day, the Union Agriculture Minister Mr. Narendra Singh Tomar announced that government will launch Tilhan Mission so that country can be self-reliant in oil seeds production. Now answer in comment box on which date the Soil Health Card Day is celebrated. Which country is to host the Asian Football Confederation Women's Asia Cup in 2022? So India is going to host this tournament. It should be noted that India is also the host of 2020 FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup. Which city was host to the Uttarakhand Wellness Summit? So this summit held in New Delhi, and the objective of this summit was to promote investment opportunities in Uttarakhand. The Chief Minister of Uttarakhand is Mr. Trivendra Singh Rawat. What is the rank of India in Worldwide Educating for the Future Index 2019 report? So rank is 35th. It should be noted that this year it was topped by Finland, and Sweden is on 2nd position. India's ranking is 35th. Last year India was on 40th position. The rank is based on 3 categories. These 3 categories are policy environment, second one is teaching environment, and third one is overall socio-economic environment. So these were the important questions of today's quiz. Now one important thing, I have seen a trend in students. Most of the students read a lot of information but they do not revise it. And if you are not going to revise it, chances are that you will not be able to recall it in the examination hall. So make sure you revise it properly. Otherwise, it does not make sense to study so much information. So for the purpose of revision, I will be posting questions in Telegram in quiz format. So make sure you attempt that quiz so that you can get to know how much you are learning. Thank you, and that's all for the day.